Fall in, my fellow Scout Troopers. I am Micka from Scouts of Entertainment here. Glad to have you here with me today. We are at Ntw3, of course. It's a great 4v4 from yours truly, one of my streams actually. We're on the Flanders 9 map today. My allies are the Artic Fox, Korps, and VPvt Walters. Our opponents today are Guy, Cussite, Petty Wisdom, and Milk and Butter. And I'll go through the faction list today. I am commanding the French Guard, or the French Imperials. Behind me is Wuttemberg. Over here we have France, 1807, Espagne, and Rheinbund. Our opponents today are Austria, 1809, Espagne, 1808, and 1810. We have Hannover, and we have United Kingdom Peninsular. Points today are 5 1-pointers and 1 2-pointer for 7 grand points today. Now I'm marching up the field today. Don't really want to waste time going to the roads. As you can see, they're just way too far on my right. It's easier for me to spread out and get ready to set up for the incoming battle myself. Wuttemberg's going to be backing me up, and basically we're dividing into 2 teams. Rheinbund obviously and France 1807 is going to face off against Spain and Austria, while myself and Wuttemberg are going to take on Hannover and United Kingdom. And we are a little ways off from an engagement, but before we break, if you guys want to see your own Ntw3 Peeps featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can send it to me directly on my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance. You can post it to me directly via private message on Discord, or you can simply tag me in the replay post on the Ntw3 Discord as well. It always helps. And with that, probably do a small cut here, everyone, and come back once the combat begins. I'll see you very soon. Alright guys, we are back, and Austria is eyeing the artillery of France Espagne. He's got here some 4-pointers, and we have some howitzers as well. And France seems oblivious to the danger his artillery is now in. Come on, mate, turn around, come on. No, nothing's going to save him now. Solid strike. France did not see it coming. And I was too focused on my side. I regret not seeing it. Just casually walking through the ranks and annihilating our artillery. And he got away. France indeed might run him down. I'm sending forces in to capture this building. Now, I sent up my trailers. In hindsight, I probably should have sent in my grenadiers. The French forces are storming the building. They're owning everyone inside.
We have taken a building, sir.
Just set up my infantry there to fire at the incoming cavalry, just trying to keep them at bay. Protect my artillery, of course. They have the creme de la creme of the French Imperial Cavalry, the Grenadiers. You always got to bring these guys if you are the Imperials. I highly recommend it. They are an awesome unit to have and get you out of a tight spot for sure. As long as your enemy doesn't vastly outnumber you, you should be fine. Wuttemberg is keeping an eye here on England. These guys must be hovering just outside my range. You gotta think that's darn close. You see the Austrian infantry moving up. Rheinbund's cav also moving up. We've got the main body of the French army also on their way. And Rheinbund here fortunately still has a lot of artillery in play. Pounding the enemy force as they can march up. That's actually a great target here. This 8-pounder crew needs to de-lumber immediately and start firing towards that direction. There's a lot of troops incoming. Too good to miss. Just get your general out of the way before you drop him.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Yeah, it seemed like Austria was actually going to go towards Rheinbund there, but he pulled back. Okay guys, Austria actually tried to go after my artillery there. I was moving it around. I got him out of there just in time. Now I'm just trying to find a nice spot to set it up. England set up a 9-pounder, I believe, yep. He's just firing towards Wuttemberg forces. Unfortunately got a great hit here, one of his units. The artillery strikes always look worse than they really are. Because you come over, you see it for the first time, you see most of your men lying on the ground, you think they're dead, and then most of them get up. Which is good if you're obviously that player. Now, Wuttemberg requested I send my cavalry over to his flank. Because, you know, I control center. I know I got this gap here, which might be of some concern, but as you can see, I'm maneuvering my army here to sort of close the gap a bit. I've told Rheinbund to move across to my right. Just so I don't kill his men, of course. He's even a cav unit here to protect my artillery, in case Austria does charge. And still moving up. Our enemy is yet to really come into view. I'm seeing the first of Hanover's units now, just on the road there, as you can see. Come on. Yep, lumber. There you go. Has got some Hussar in here. We've got some more Hussars, English Hussars, Dragoons. Hussars and more light Dragoons. So we can actually win in a confrontation against this cav. The only concern is the enemy infantry, of course. Right now we've got enemy cav units in front of us and the artillery. So the artillery can't be firing at our cavalry, at least for now. Trying to go after the enemy artillery. We managed to get inside their ranks. We're not following him in. Wuttemberg's committing more forces. I think I might have thought it's suicide, but it looks like I am sending in some forces now. I'm sending in my grenadiers. I'm sending in everything I got. Now I pull my grenadiers out because they're exposed to the English infantry. And I've sent in the Hussaren. I'm pulling out my cav, I hope. Thought it was suicide to stay locked in combat there. So Wuttemberg lost, unfortunately, 2 cav units there. The artillery crews, they'll see the damage he did in a second. He took out 6 members there, and he destroyed and routed one other artillery crew, so he did well there. It was worth the sacrifice. Looks like I lost some troops there to enemy artillery. Rheinbund's taking a few hits here from that building. Meanwhile, France is engaged heavily here with Spain. His cav is taking a lot of hits here from Spanish infantry. He got overwhelmed. 62 out of 89 and they broke on him. Crassiers, that's horrible. His general's moving up, but might want to keep his distance a little bit. He's forming up, getting in closer to Spain. He's moving over more of his units that he had over here before. I'm moving up my artillery because I can see Austria's incoming. Hanover's firing on my men pretty much point blank. French Imperials versus Hanover, you wouldn't think there's a contest really. I've asked Wuttemberg to move up and support my right flank, just tighten up our line a bit.
Sir! Sir! Our general
The idea
is under
here
attack.
is I'm trying to get my troops as close to the enemy as I can to try and take the artillery out of the equation against most of my line. Obviously my 2 units here are exposed, directly exposed. Like so. But I'm hoping most of my line isn't. I was trying to move up to take out the Hanover artillery. Hanover's got some cavalry and Austria has some cav nearby as well. As you can see, I'm shifting my army to the left and letting Wuttemberg know what I'm doing. Let's have a look. How's France doing over here? Looks like Spain is surrounding him. He's closing in on him from all sides. We've got artillery here, which is protected by stakes, but they will only do so much. I'm taking out some of the cav. I don't know if Spain sees the stakes. Spain too clever over there not to run into them. Good side charge there from the Rheinbund Hussaren. Austria sending in some more cav. It doesn't look like though they see the stakes. Oh no, they're shifting course. Oh no, okay, France needs to take out the Spanish cav. They've got a clear line now to the Rheinbund artillery. They're being careful. Alright, they just took out the French general there, Korps' general. It's unlucky. Rheinbund sending in their own artillery. I was going to say, it looks like they might be able to hold them off, but the morale of his cav isn't looking too good there, is it? And with the loss of their general here, France's lines is waving dramatically. It's not looking too good for him there. Okay, over here, Rheinbund hasn't been able to take the house, and they're sort of facing off against the Austrian forces. I got a couple of units here to support Rheinbund. My artillery is also supporting Rheinbund. Getting effect, doing some damage here to the cavalry and infantry. I think I'm trying to target the cavalry there as well. So far I've taken light casualties. This one's taken a bit more than most. Almost 50 there, actually 53. Now most of Rheinbund's forces here is now blocking his artillery, and I am A-okay with that. Austria's trying to outflank me. France is falling back some units, it would seem. Yeah, France isn't looking too hot over there right now. Right, as you can see, me and Hanover sort of exchanging tit for tat. Fire withdrawing, fire withdrawing. Wuttemberg and I are keeping each other apprised of our troop movements. When he falls back, he's letting me know, then I fall back. Wuttemberg's artillery is targeting most of the Austrian forces. I don't think I was targeting the general. England here is dividing Wuttemberg's forces. That's a horrible thing. He actually outnumbers Wuttemberg as well, so he's got the better army, but he also outnumbers Wuttemberg by dividing him like this as well. I'm not too sure what he was trying to do here. Does he have cav nearby? He's shifting his line. They're still pushing us back. Yeah, it looks like he's lumbering up. I'm trying to clear some space for him so he can fire in. That's the idea behind this gap here. See, that was a lucky hit. He took out one of the damn artillery crews. I am a little bit surprised Rheinbund didn't try and take that building with some grenadiers. He's got a unit right here. He might have tried to take it before, I don't know. But he seems content just to shoot at it. The English cav coming around as well. And I don't think Wuttemberg has any more cav. Wuttemberg's artillery will happen to stabilise the lines and hold our ground. English boys have not suffered too much. Covering a bit here though. Hanover's moved up. I'm just hoping that Wuttemberg can force Hanover back a bit. See, Rheinbund is, sorry, Austria is converging on Rheinbund. I probably need to move up my own forces here. Looks like I'm trying to fire on Hanover with my artillery. Not too effective, eh? Rheinbund tried to take that building, but Austria seems to be forcing him out. France was defeated, unfortunately, by Spain. He routed most of his army. Rheinbund's divided his forces, so Rheinbund's fighting two armies at once here. Oh, there's France 1807. He's sending over some what's left of his army. My artillery though is in the best of shape. Which is a little bit surprising. Not the time to scratch your necks, guys. Down to 10. Hannover charged into his artillery. I was a bit soft the mark to save it. And that's a big loss there for us. I've got my cavalry here facing against England's and Hanover's over there. Okay, he's turned around, he's going to try and charge into my lancers. It appears no match for him. So I win that little victory there. Guys here, they're down to 8. They're falling fast. Please don't put them into the canister shot. And then I've lost him.
Our men are running, sir.
This is why you've got to have support troops nearby to back up the artillery when it's in trouble. Ntw3 is a punishment. Making slight mistakes like that. Oh, my general there was saved by Rheinbund. I was trying to say Ntw3 really sucker punches you in the gut for making small little mistakes like that. Jeez, no one died then.
Our men are running, sir.
One of my French units there just broke. The other line is starting to crumble a little bit here. My general is not dead yet, so it's a little surprising. Everybody's taking a lot of hits here from England. Now England's charged into Wuttemberg's lines and I send in my grenadiers. I break one. I send in I still have other cav. You saw the morale there go very shaky for the grenadiers. They need support, obviously, just to boost their morale in a fight. They don't like being surrounded at all. See, again, they get shaky whenever they're surrounded. But I won this cav battle with half my grenadiers still remaining. I think France has dropped now. Rheinbund's unfortunately shooting my troops. Come on, guys, don't shoot me. So, state of play is currently this.
Our men are running, sir.
England and Hanover unfortunately have us on the ropes. Rheinbund is hunkering down at the town, facing off against both Austria and Spain. I think at this point, France 1807 España is no longer with us. We have a large amount of cab moving in there. And I still have my grenadiers running around somewhere over there. Austria is still charging through, and my square is not deterring him in the slightest. Now we're getting out of square formation. Seeing more Austrians falling now, guys, which is always something nice to see. I've got 5 units left in the battle over here. I'm surprised my army's not doing that well against Hanover. Hanover seems to have fought very, very well. Right now, my casualties in the back line is just sort of trying to keep an eye on our rear guard in case there's enemy cavalry come around or enemy infantry tries to attack us from the rear. That's the idea. I don't know what I'm doing right now with my grenadiers. Could be thinking, these guys can't form square, maybe I can charge into them. Well, that is probably one thing. And now I'm charging in. Now what am I doing with my guys? Well, I only lost 5 there, so not the end of the world. France is determined to try and take this building. We sent 2 Spanish units over here. That's me if I said France there. I'm sorry. Okay, so far Rheinbund held the building. Austria, a prolonged shootout is not in Austria's interest, it's one of their weaknesses, but they seem to be holding themselves perfectly. One of my troops properly. Got some valuable firing time there.
Our men are running.
There's another unit. Spain's thinking about sending in more troops. Rheinbund's got his skirmishers here and a few other reserves on standby. Spain came in from this direction. I sent in my cav to try and push him back, try and help. And a combined effort here, the Grenadiers and Rheinbund's forces in the building, shooting those guys in the rear, seems to really help him screw around with their morale. Meanwhile, my army continues to drop, unit by unit. Alright, won that fight. Grenadiers down to 46 now. We are firing on multiple adversaries, too many to count. That was cool.
Our men are running.
My cat has finally had enough. Held back as long as they could, but they ended up breaking that Spanish unit after all. But here comes two more, and I think we're out of forces to throw at them in this direction. All they can do is peel off from the forces he has on the front lines.
Our men are running.
I've got 2 units left in the field, dropping unit by unit now. You can see here, Hanover and Micka are moving up perfectly with each other, overlapping us now. Hanover's charging to the rear here of Rheinbund's forces. This will cause the dramatic domino effect that leads to our inevitable defeat. Grounds are perfect, ideal conditions here for a mass chain ground. Hanover here is charging right into stakes. Artic Fox has lost his general. Unfortunately, it was Rheinbund, so there's definitely no hope for him. There wasn't much hope there, but you know, when you lose your general, it's practically over. Well, my troops are proving to be a bit stubborn. Austria's sort of cleaning up our remaining units, or the remnants of our forces. Wuttemberg has a unit of VPvt over here, but needs to be finished off. Hannover can probably take care of that task. Theoretically, this should be it once my unit breaks. Yes, that it was. And we just lost the building. And that's it, guys. We are finished here, pretty much. Hannover charged in and finished them off, and we are done here. So, Artic Fox, 1080. Myself, 1480. Korps, 396. VPvt Waters, 508. Guy, 1944. Cussite, 1059. Petty Wisdom, 825. And Milk and Butter, 1523. Okay, best kill counts were my trailers on 381. Those were the guys inside the building, I think. They got a lot of kills, as you can see. My Grenadiers here, 204, was happy with that. And Chasseurs here, 133 and 112, and some trailers to finish us off on 107. The rest did 94 all the way to 2, belonging to my General Napoleon. And that is that. So guys, once again, if you want to see your own replay VGD on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can also post it to my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance. You can also post it to me on Discord via private message. Or you can simply post a replay to the Ntw3 Discord, and tagging me in it always helps as well. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.